Welcome to the Navigating Dental Insurance Podcast, where we don't take from insurance companies. Here are your hosts, Mr. Jordan Comstock and Mr. Ben Tuine. This podcast is sponsored by BoomCloud Dental Membership Software, www.boomcloudapps.com, and Veritas Dental Resources, www.veritasdentalresources.com. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Navigating Dental Insurance Podcast. I am your co-host today, Jordan Comstock. With me, I got Mr. Ben Tuine. What's up, Benjamin?
Hey there, what's up, Jordan? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. We're recovering from the Voices of Dentistry. Boy, that was a great conference.
Yeah. I think I stayed up till 2:30, 3 o'clock every night at the Voices of Dentistry, just hanging out and networking. Such a good group of people.
Yeah, I was an old man and went to bed. After we had dinner at I went straight to bed. Straight to bed, I had to get up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I stayed up because Genevieve Poppy showed up, and we hung out with her, and then I think a bunch of other people showed up, and so we just kept hanging out. But it was an awesome event. If you didn't go, we missed you. You should go next year, 2020. I believe it's in Arizona again, but it was fantastic. We were able to meet all the podcasters and all of our listeners and all that fun stuff there. So.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, dude. And then you flew right. You flew right to, was it Seattle, Ben? Right, in the middle of that.
Yeah, I went to Seattle to meet with a client up there. They had a doctor meeting in the afternoon, and I didn't get home till 1 a.m. Sunday morning. So
Me too.
I'm really tired.
I didn't see you at the airport.
Yeah. You got home that late too?
From Arizona. Yeah, I flew in and landed around 1. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we probably barely missed each other.
Yeah, I landed at 12, and I got home right at a little bit after 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's dedication there for you.
We travel so much, and it's sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. I just kind of get sick of it sometimes. But it's always fun traveling with you, Ben. Down in Arizona. So, cool. Well, today we have an awesome guest. Her name is Laci Phillips from Practice Dynamics. What is up, Laci?
Woo, woo. Well, I'm having FOMO right now. I wish I was up till 4 o'clock with you guys, or getting home at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Not. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old, and I think it's great that you guys are so youthful and you're doing this. There was a day when I thought that was fun too, and now I'm certainly happy with 8 o'clock in pajamas. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you, Laci, that's the life right there. Is when you don't have to go to the airport at 5 in the morning and don't have to jump on a plane at midnight. I usually dread those days, and but the nice thing about the late night flights is my flight was empty. I had the road.
Yeah, so is ours. Yeah. It was nice. I always like flying those late nights because it's empty and you can, kind of be comfortable. Not even really be comfortable.
I should probably do that more. I'm all about the early morning flights, but those late night ones, I just, I'm not as good. I'm an early morning. I can do early mornings, but I need a glass of wine and a fire and some fuzzy socks.
A fire, fuzzy socks.
Yeah, late night will do you there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe some airplanes do that now. I don't know. You never know. So, Laci, you're with Practice Dynamics, and you're also part of ADMC. I think that's how we met, is through ADMC or through SCN, one of those groups. I can't remember. So
I'm pretty sure it was ADMC. It's been in the last year, 18 months.
I think so, yeah, and I do. I'm a member. I'm a member of ADMC, and for those of you that don't know what ADMC is listening, it's the Academy of Dental Management Consultants. So it's a group of us that are vetted and credible in the industry, I guess, and we all get together and hang out and stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning. We don't do that, right? Do we do that?
No, because I don't know. I'm telling you, ADMC are veterans.
Yeah.
You said, we're vetted.
All right.
Veterans.
Maybe.
ADMC doesn't stay up late.
Yeah, that's right.
They did all their partying in college.
Yeah.
We did
right.
that.
Yeah, we did that already.
You know what? It's good. It's actually good right now. We're having some really young, dynamic, exciting speakers, consultants, key opinion leaders come and want to join ADMC right now, and that's so good for us.
So maybe next
we
year
need a burst.
Next year we'll be hanging out till 2:00 in the morning, Laci. That's what
I mean, I can do it. I'm not going to say I can't do it.
I'm sure
I can
you can
do it.
Oh yeah. You're just smart.
Yeah.
You're just smart enough.
She doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do it.
Which is smart.
No, I feel like I got I've done it. Like I could tell some stories about, back in the day. I could. I just, I like sleep now.
That makes sense, So, Laci, tell us a little bit about Practice Dynamics and how you got started with them and just how you got started in dentistry.
Oh, my goodness. So I should probably start with how I got started because that'll lead to Practice Dynamics.
Okay, sweet.
I actually, I was going to college with a broadcasting journalism degree, communications. I wanted to have my own talk show. Shocker for anybody who actually knows me.
Yeah.
But my intention was to leave the state of New Mexico and move to New York and have my own talk show.
That's cool.
And lo and behold, while I was going to college in New Mexico, long story short, I got a job as an assistant in a dental office while I was going to college. And while I was not a great dental assistant, mostly because I'm not good at, at the time I was not good at focusing or details. And if a good song came on the radio, forget about it, right? So a chairside assistant has to somehow find focus, which I did not. But I was a great employee because I showed up every day. I was loyal. I actually fell in love with dentistry. So I like to say they promoted me to the business office. But it was a tumultuous day, the day of my promotion. And I found my niche. I was at the business office. I loved working with patients, answering the phone, greeting them. And of course, what's crazy is, like we do in dentistry, they threw me in a chair. There was a phone, not a great phone system because it was 1992. They gave me the phone. They said, here, this is the name of our practice. Answer the phone and answer any questions. And that's how I got my start in insurance knowledge, which I feel like we do with a lot of people in dentistry. We kind of snag them from other industries, or like they look nice walking down the street and we say, hey, you want to work in a dental office? And we throw them
hey, do you want to work in a dental office?
It's a pattern.
Seriously. Hey, little girl, you want some candy?
Yeah. Hey, little girl, you want to work in a dental office?
I got some knowledge for you. I've got, we'll call it candy,
totally
but it's really knowledge. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I'm answering questions about UCR and benefits, and somebody says to me 180/50, and my mind did not go to insurance benefits. So, I grew up in the industry, and I ended up in Phoenix, Arizona, where I lived for 13 years, managed a couple of very high-end cosmetic practices, and had great mentors in the industry, ended up leaving the dental office, became a consultant, and in 2012, Bonnie Pugh and I had an amazing opportunity that came our way, and we founded and started Practice Dynamics.
Sweet.
So we are a consulting group. We work with dentists and teams across the United States. We help them become more effective and efficient with their current systems, teams, and technology. And we're all about systems. The systems make the world go round, and systems can be as easy as your AM huddle. It can be, how do you answer questions about insurance benefits, and how do you work with the insurance representative so that you're not beating your head against the wall every single day. And, a successful team is a happy team, and then we love our technology. So Bonnie and I love what we do. She's the brains behind this operation, and I'm the fun one.
I've noticed at those conferences, we just got to get you out to 2 a.m. now.
That's right.
That's my goal.
Right. Absolutely.
It's really interesting that a lot of people that work in insurance or dental management consulting, it's kind of like we were tricked into working into dentistry. I remember when I was recruited by the University of Arizona and a bunch of other universities to come and play football for them. I signed with the University of Arizona, but they laid out the red carpet, caviar, shrimp cocktails, and all this and all that. And then you show up for your first day at practice, and they start yelling at you. It's like, what the heck? Where's the red carpet? It's like, you are ours right now. And so it's kind of like in dentistry. Come and work for a beautiful dental practice. We'll work with people and get them some lovely smiles. And they sprinkle glitter all and all that. They sugarcoat everything.
Yeah.
And then you get into it, and it's like, who wants to deal with insurance? I mean, it is just the most. I mean, you never talk to young single adults or young adults in general and say, what do you want to do for a living? You never hear people say, I want to work with dental insurance.
It's true.
It's like the most, I don't know how to phrase it. It's one of those areas in dental practice that nobody wants to work on. Nobody goes out and builds a career wanting to work with insurance. We're kind of tricked into it.
Yeah. And they're like, wait, this is a big problem. I can help a lot of people, So it's like, because it is.
You know what? I said that from the stage once, and I think I offended people. And I
were like, insurance companies that you offended.
Yeah, they work for.
No. What I ended up saying, I said, very seldom are there little girls out there who are playing with their Barbies or their dolls, and they go, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the other Barbie says, I want to be a chairside assistant. Like, nobody does that.
Yeah.
We get tricked into it. It just boils down to that. Good people. Otherwise you won't get good people to work with you.
But
here's what I will say about it. Uh-huh. The dental industry is a phenomenal industry.
Oh, absolutely.
It is.
I love this industry.
It is constantly changing. It is super cool. The things that we can do, not only the technology and the things that we can do, but here's what's crazy to me every single day. We literally can save lives. And I know that sounds very dramatic, but with what we know about oral systemic health now and how anything that happens in the mouth area affects the rest of our entire body, to me, that is so super exciting.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. So it's a great industry to lay a foundation in, because you can literally go anywhere in the world and work in dentistry. And if sitting chairside and sucking spit and snuggling knees with a doctor is not your thing, there are so many other areas in a dental office that you can totally find your thing. And I think that while our Barbies, like while we're sitting in our princess playhouse or, whatever it is you have in your tree house, and you're not saying, I want to be a chairside assistant when I grow up, finding this and being thrown into this industry is definitely not a bad gig.
It's not. No, I will tell you that, for those of them that take it and run with it, dentistry, there's so many opportunities, as you know, Laci. It's such a fragmented industry. Fragmented meaning there's constant change, even among the vendor side of things. And that's because there's so many needs in dentistry. And if you focus on it, you're going to deal with the hassles like any other business, any other job that you have out there.
Yeah.
There are going to be some days where you just hate it. But in the end, it's a really fun profession. Like, I really, really enjoy being in dentistry. Even though, dealing with insurance is pretty much what we do, on my side of things.
Your side, yeah.
And there are headaches. There are more headaches there than almost anything else. But in the end, dentistry it's fun. You can make it work. You can make it a fruitful career, especially if you have your kind of personality and sense of humor, Laci. Talk to us about your history with dealing with insurance. So early in your day, when they quote unquote promoted you to the business side, did you work with insurance? Is that
Is that right? Yeah.
How was it back? Yeah, go ahead.
I made stuff up. I mean, patients would ask me questions, and I just came from the operatory, from, removing wisdom teeth. And here I have a patient on the phone with me asking about their insurance, and I just wasn't trained. I didn't know that. So I kind of faked it till I made it, right?
Yeah.
So I have to say that you have to. But we also in dentistry, we have to get better about training our teams. And that's why I love the day and age that we're in right now, where you can have an amazing podcast like this and you can learn from it. So, and this is how we learn now, right?
A little bit.
So this is our education now. So this gives us the opportunity to say to team members, get your self-education. Listen to as many podcasts as you possibly can. Read books about it. I have to say, I literally read Dr. Charles Blair's Coding with Confidence book, like back in 2004. Literally took it on an airplane, read it from beginning to end.
Wow.
And yeah, that's a little sad, I know. But I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm just
I see. That's what keeps you up in the morning.
There you go. Knowledge keeps me up. No. But what an amazing resource that we have for our teams now, that we have that at our fingertips. So yeah, back in 1993, when I was thrown at the business office and handed a phone and said, here, answer questions, and here's a phone slip, and, call the insurance company. It has advanced so much more to that, but yet it hasn't. We know that if we're not utilizing amazing technology, that a phone call to the dental insurance company is going to take us up to 45 minutes to get a breakdown of benefits. And 43 of the minutes you're on hold, and you have 2 minutes to ask as many questions as you possibly can before they quote, transfer you and you're disconnected. So while things have advanced and changed so much, on the other hand, if you don't take advantage of the advancement, you're stuck.
Yeah,
absolutely. You're stuck. So I don't know, the insurance has changed, but dental offices have.
Yes, yeah.
Yesterday I had an ingrown toenail on my right big toe, and
sorry,
it wasn't really bad until I kicked something Sunday afternoon, and Monday morning.
I want to know what you kicked.
The corner of my couch.
Okay. You weren't like pissed off and like just kicked something? No. Okay. That's kind of what I was imagining, but you were just walking.
I was recovering from the long weekend, the work weekend, and I accidentally walked into the corner of my couch, and Monday morning I just couldn't handle it, so I called a podiatrist's office, and the first question they asked me was, "What insurance do you take?"
Goodness.
And to me, in dealing with insurance and knowing, unfortunately, the treatment decisions that are made depending on what kind of insurance you had.
Yeah.
I quickly turned around and said, I'm self-pay. I will pay in cash. I will pay you your top dollar. And the conversation did change. I went into the office, and it's so funny, I'm sitting there in the waiting room, and this podiatrist's office was just like a dental office. There were so many calls from patients, new patients calling in, which was a good thing, that she probably had 4 new patient calls.
Wow.
Within the 5 minutes that I was waiting there. And she had a couple of patients call. One of the patients that called was asking about, why didn't you bill this to insurance? And I just got done reading their consent form, which indicated that orthotics are not a covered benefit by their insurance. And if it is, our office policy is that the patient must agree to pay for them out of pocket and seek reimbursement on their own. And that was clearly defined in their consent form. And here she is, the front office gal, dealing with a patient that's calling just angry about the insurance benefits. Why didn't you bill this insurance and that, this and that? I often wonder, Laci, how we do things on the dental side. Like, do you advise practices to lead out with those insurance conversations when a patient calls in? Meaning, when a patient calls in, is it advised to say, what insurance do you have? Or like, walk me through that whole thing, like your recommendation on the first encounter with the patient and whether insurance is important or not.
I love this right here, because I hate it when anybody leads with that. I hate it when dental offices lead with that. I hate it when medical offices lead with that.
Yeah.
My kids hate going to any sort of healthcare office with me at all, because I immediately go into coach mode, right? Yeah. So when I call a medical office, or when I walk in and they go, "What insurance do you have?" I take a deep breath and I smile and I say, "Do you want to know anything about me?"
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. That's very good. I'm going to use that next time.
Like, what about me?
They're like, "Hey, do you have money?"
Yeah. Can
I see your bank balance?
Assign me a number? Like, am I a number? Did you already assign me the number, or can I be Laci for a minute? Or can I introduce you to my kids who you're going to see today? And the same is true with dental offices. And so while I would never tell everybody that you have to read from a script every single day. I don't, but I believe you have to have a template to keep you on track, and then you 100% make it your own, right?
Yeah.
So, and even when the patient says, and I teach this from the stage, I teach it to clients. When the patient says, when you answer the phone, you're all excited. Oh my God, I love my job. I love it. I'm going to answer the phone with the best verbal skills ever. And the first thing the patient says to you is, hey, do you take my insurance? It's deflating.
Yeah.
It literally deflates us. But he who is in control of the conversation wins, right?
Yep.
So you take a deep breath and you smile and you say, I am happy to tell you that we partner with most dental insurance companies out there. But before we even get to that, I want to know about you. What prompted you to call our office today?
Yeah, I really like that because the problem that I'm learning, as I'm dealing a lot with medical, I have family members like my wife and my son was a preemie. And, my wife has had some surgeries here recently. And in dealing with medical offices, it is a standard of business to lead out with insurance conversation. And it is so frustrating because it didn't occur to me that, let's have them focus on the health needs or the individual. Let's focus on that first. And my whole thought in bringing this up, Laci, is I'm just sick and tired of medical in general, the clinical side of medicine, which includes dentistry, allowing us to let insurance dictate the initial encounter, and therefore giving the patient and the public the perception that insurance is more important than your care or more important than who you are, I just don't believe that medical practice, if you're on the clinical side, I just don't believe that it's your responsibility to understand the patient's insurance the way the patient should understand it.
Yeah, well, it's because
that is their responsibility.
It's the deal the patient signed, right, to sign up for their health care or dental insurance plan.
The public has become so lazy when it comes to insurance. It's your benefit. It's not. You go to the doctor, and what I expect at the doctor's office is to get great clinical care.
Yeah.
And if my insurance covers it, great. If it doesn't, then the people need to know that it's your financial responsibility. If you want good health, if you want to live,
Whoa.
and see a good doctor, whoa. Your insurance is on you. You need to learn that. And it's so hard. I don't know what needs to be done in the public to shift that mentality to let people know that when you go into the doctor's office, it is your responsibility to know your insurance benefits. It is the doctor's office to know the medical needs.
Absolutely.
And figure that out for you. But anyway, I'm off my rant. I yield back to you.
No. And I think you're 100% right. But there's a few things here that I have to jump in on because you guys invited me on the call. So the first thing is I think that medicine has changed so much for medical doctors that they don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
I've had conversations with medical doctors. And they feel like their profession has been taken away from them because
they do.
Because we as Americans don't go to the doctor if we don't have insurance. Therefore, the insurance gets to rule their life. The insurance companies get to truly dictate what kind of medical care we get. The second part of this is we as Americans have this giant misunderstanding that medical insurance and dental insurance are the exact same thing.
Yeah.
They think that no matter what, they go hand in hand, when in fact they do not at all. They have nothing to do with one another. And you can have medical insurance and not have dental insurance. And so I feel like it has to start in our dental industry. I feel like, number one, we have to start by educating our patients from the first phone call, from the first visit, from every single touch that we have with a patient. We are educators, and we have to help them understand that dental insurance is 100% different than medical insurance. And this is the type of care you're going to receive in our office. And number one, before anything else, We do not allow the insurance companies to dictate the type of care that we give to you. Therefore, we have options for your financial stability in our office. We have a way to help you make this a lifestyle, to make your health a lifestyle rather than an emergency. And we have to keep that in mind every single time we have a conversation with a patient, with a potential patient, with an existing patient. Now, the medical side of it, I just don't think that we can tackle that, but look at what we've done in the dental industry to help our patients have a choice.
Yeah.
And we just have to remember, we're educators. In every single aspect of the dental office, we're educators. The business team, the clinical team, the doctor, the hygienist, we're educators. And so we just have to constantly remind our patients that have chosen us why they chose us and why they come back through the door every single time. Because we will not allow the insurance company to dictate the type of care we give you.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, in visiting various different specialists on the medical side that who run practices that are, the dynamics are the same as a dental practice, is I will tell you that dentistry, in terms of insurance conversation, the avoidance of insurance conversations, and helping patients focus on their care needs first, I do believe dentistry is doing a much, much better job. I don't know what goes on the clinical or the management education side of like the podiatrist, for instance, the one that I visited yesterday.
Uh-huh.
But I called 10 podiatrists before I found the one that I wanted to go to.
Oh, I'm not that dedicated.
Well, the reason why I kept hanging up and recalling is because I wanted to find an office that you know, I was curious just to see, number one, how they handled things on their side of the industry. And everybody asked me, first question, well, great, we'd love to schedule an appointment. What insurance do you take?
Uh-huh.
You know, and that was just the theme. And then going into these offices, I just, you know, and comparing it to our industry, I think dental, we're not too bad, you know, compared to other areas. So, and I think that's a credit to, you know, the people like Laci that are out there just hammering this message, you know, about focusing on the patient first and educating the patients on all aspects, including insurance, which I agree with. You know, it's good to educate them on it and make sure that they understand, you know, their options as it pertains to their benefits, but using insurance more so as a tool to pay for some of the benefits or some of the treatment needs of the patient. So, Laci, what's your overall prediction of dental insurance for the future? Do you get into that or have any thoughts on that?
I do. I think that, like I said, with the choices that we have available to us today, I think we're going to have more choices and more choices. And I think maybe the dental insurance companies are already starting to feel like, oh crap, they may not need us. I mean, the fact of the matter is, let's think about it. Our premiums have gone up, but yet the maximum benefits have not. You know, $1,200, $1,500 is still the normal, which it was back in the 70s. It's still the normal. I have run across a couple of plans that I've looked for the fine print because they're pretty phenomenal. But those are very few and far between. I think that the options that we have available to offer to our patients today, I think it's going to put a crunch on the insurance company. And they are going to have to make some changes, or they're never going to change and they're going to not be near as important in the dental industry. I mean, let's think about chiropractic care. Your back hurts, your neck hurts, you can't move. You don't care whether you have insurance or not. You're going to the chiropractor if you believe in chiropractic care. Vision. If you can't see, you're going to see an optometrist whether you have vision benefits or not.
Yeah.
So I think that the more we show how important dental health is, and the fact that we have options to give our patients now, I personally, I already foresee it changing. I really do. We have, I would say, 85% of our options of our clients right now offer membership plans.
Sweet.
And
awesome.
They have they have great success.
Yeah, I see a ton of practices having great amount of success with membership programs.
Watch your mouth there, Jordan.
I know. I did a little wince on that one.
Thanks, Ben.
I don't know what practice.
You pull your minds out of the gutter.
You're going into, but we're talking dental.
We're only going to the good practices.
Yeah. Send me a text and tell me where you're going. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, goodness. But I've seen a lot of practices sign up a lot of patients that don't have dental insurance, right? And that's primarily what I do every day. And it is growing very quickly in this industry. And I hope more and more practices can do that, because insurance sucks. We know that, right? And makes it complicated for both the practice and the patient. And it gets us focusing on things as office managers and office teams. It gets us focusing on things that aren't as important, like getting to know the patient and getting to know how we can help them better and serve them better. So that's my 2 cents there.
Well, that's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, Laci, gosh, there's so we know you can cover. It looks like we're just coming up on our 30-minute window here for our podcast today. Do you have any?
I thought this was like 90 minutes.
we can definitely do 90 minutes.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
But
I thought this was like a 3-hour podcast.
I'm gonna have to go get some lunch, and I'll be right back. And we can do 90 minutes. Hold on.
No. Right. You're doing the whole newscast, the news commentator thing, where you're gonna have to eventually go put some pants on.
Yeah.
I did that. I put a shirt on. I got to go put some pants on right after this for an appointment. But
dude, one thing at a time.
Right.
One thing at a time, Ben.
Yeah.
One pair of clothing items at a time.
So, Laci, you're an obvious expert at so many things management related. I just love the phone techniques that you just shared with us, and the mentality and educational recommendations. How can we get a hold of you? How can our listeners get a hold of you if they have questions or want to inquire more about more stuff that you might know?
Yell out my name. Somebody knows.
Laci.
We obviously are on Facebook, practicedynamics.net, website, practicedynamics.net. I speak a lot. We work with offices. I'm happy to share my phone number. You guys are more than welcome to give me a call. My cell phone number is area code 623-810-1352. That is my cell phone. It rings directly to me. I love to answer questions. Feel free to email me, laci.phillips@practicedynamics.net, and happy to help.
Sweet.
Awesome. Yeah, highly recommend getting a hold of Laci. As you can tell here, she's passionate about what she does, and you're fun to talk to as well. It was great having you on the program.
Hey, thanks. We've been saying we were going to do this for a while, and we were at Jump Start.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, and Jordan did his signature, move and said, "Dude, we got to do a podcast." So here we
are. Dude,
I can totally see and envision Jordan doing that. He puts up those 2 fingers. What is that anyway? The rock on signal that you give just about everybody in your pictures.
Yeah, it's rock.
Dude, let's jump on the podcast.
Dude, let's jump on the podcast.
Let's rock on.
Let's rock out.
Well, Laci, it's been a pleasure and an honor having you on the show. We are going to post your contact information in the show notes. So for those of you in the car, on an airplane, or somewhere else where you can't write, check out the show notes with Laci's website, contact information, get a hold of her. We believe her to be a true expert in more than just insurance. She knows management inside and out. So, Laci, thank you again for being on the show today.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Okay. Take care, everybody.